Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the Majlis of Hazrath Maulana Qamar Uzzaman Saheb Damat Barakatuhum, which took place on Thursday, the 15th of Rabi'ul Awwal 1446, 19th of September 2024. Hazrat Wala, referring to the kitab in front of him, he's saying that this is a very, very important kitab. No matter how much you read from this kitab and conduct majalis, it is less. So here the author is saying, brother, jaan le, oh my beloved brother, know this well. Put this into your heart and in your mind. Agar koi shakhs qaza ilahi par razi na hoga, to kya usse takdeer ilahi badal jayegi? Oh my beloved brother, tell me if any person is unhappy with the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will that thing change takdeer? Rather, the person who is pleased with the takdeer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever it is, he's either patient or he's either thankful. If it's against him, he's patient. If it's for him, he's thankful. It is as if he is in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he is in the nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Such a person who's pleased with the taqdeer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if the calamities, all the calamities of both the worlds come upon him so much that the musibat is so much, it's like mountains on him, then too for such a person who's pleased with the taqdeer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in front of him it will be lighter and smaller than an atom. Therefore, it is said, the person who's pleased with the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, such a person will never ever be grieved and never ever be sad. Allah ta'ala give us that tawfiq. Now tell me, by being upset and displeased, is that going to change taqdeer? You know, there are so many waqiat about the Buzrugan-e-Deen and their musibat, etc. Rather, there were so many of these buzrugs. At the time of musibat, they made shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because they understood it differently. Harche as dost mirasad ne cost. Everything that comes from the side of dost, from the side of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is only good in it. Allah, make this our hal. Allah ye hal bana de. Ana jana. To kya? You people come, you people go. What is that? Rather, sabr wa shukr ka maqam. Usi ka mashq karaya jata hai buzurgon ke paas. That a person comes and he says what the Buzrugan-e-Deen. At that time he's scolded. He has to tolerate it. They take him and they teach him and they bring him to the high levels of sabr and the high levels of shukr. So this masala of taqdeer is very, very important. Now this sabr and shukr, both of them are the wings of man. By means of it, the seeker of the truth, the seeker of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala flies to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now this will only work and happen if both those wings are sahih, they are strong. Then he'll able to fly to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His sabr and his shukr. Listen, for me saying it also is so easy. To say it is easy. Allah give us the tawfiq to make amal on it. Now when we come and we go, what must happen? This greed, jealousy, miserliness, whatever evil characteristics there are, there must be a decrease in that. Rather, it must be annihilated and destroyed, completely removed. This kitab is a fantastic kitab. The Saheb-e-Marifat. Just look at the name. The name will tell you. Hazrat Qari Tayyib Saheb has written an introduction to it. Now this is for all. This is for the people in the khanqa, for the people in the madaris. This type of ta'aleem is for all. Now a person leaves no stone in doing all the wrongs. And then he asks, why am I not progressing? Why am I not progressing? So in haqiqat, in reality, sabr is when some type of inconvenience comes to the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it comes and it settles on his head. At that time, he is not displeased and he maintains and he keeps his iman. Rather, whatever came to him, he understands it to be more dear than his own life, and he's prepared to sacrifice 100 lives for it. His children, his wealth, everything. It comes in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that there are two equal portions of iman. Half of it is shukr and the other half is that of sabr. If any insan and person is given a ni'mat by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the demands of it is that he must be thankful. And if some difficulty or hardship comes his way, he's in some challenge or imtihan, then at that time there, what's demanded from him? He should be patient. Now if a servant is thankful at the time of ni'mat and patient at the time of challenge, then he is well established on the station of iman. So here, उसने अपने लुत्फ़ तमाम से ना चीज़ को चीज़ बना दिया. Allah, out of His grace and mercy, someone who was insignificant and a non-entity like us, Allah Ta'ala made us someone. Or from just one atom, Allah Ta'ala put us on such a high pedestal and such a high stage. Therefore, if this is the reality, then the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should do nothing other than at the time of ni'mat be thankful, and at the time of musibat he must be patient. Hazrat Ali radiyallahu ta'ala an used to say that regarding iman, the level and the importance of sabr is such, it is like the head in the body. So whatever challenge, trial, tribulation, bala, musibat comes down to a people, that is not a calamity, rather it is a treasure of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is all, and His grace, it is all hidden in that. Yes, we do not understand it. Ji. And then we speaking about sabr. One is that type of
to make salah.
Ji, around the corner, back entrance.
I had to go that side.
Ji, Taji Street. Ji.
Okay.
Ji. So I was saying, so the bitterness of sabr. So sabr, the two types of sabr. One is that a person, regarding the ahkam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's paband with it. That is one type of sabr. And the other type of sabr is that a person saves himself from the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So here our Hazrat Wala is saying, कुछ होना मेरा जिल्लत और खारी का सबब, ये मेरा एजाज है कि मैं कुछ भी नहीं हूँ. For me to be something is actually the means of my disgrace and failure. Rather, my honor lies in this, that I am nothing. And remember this, आखिर तक मैं कुछ नहीं हूँ. Right until the end, I am nothing. And If a person has this attitude that he is something, it is from there and there that he will topple, from there and there he would be reduced, he would fall. There was a Buzruk, and right towards the end of his life, what did he utter and what did he say? I got saved. Meaning I came out of all of this clean. Just at that time, in his final moments, he was inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, not yet. There's still some few moments left. Meaning, in those few moments also the shaitan and the nafs can leave you astray. You should not be self-conceited. At that time there, shaitan can make you self-conceited. He can make you proud. He can put ujub into you that I'm saved, I made it, I done it. Therefore, make this dua most definitely. Allahumma a'tini imanan la yartaddu wa yaqinan laysa ba'dahu kufrun wa rahmatan analu biha sharafa karamatika fid dunya wal akhirah. Oh Allah, bestow me with iman after which there is no apostasy. So this masala is difficult. Allah Ta'ala keep us steadfast on iman and Islam. This talimat and this tariq and this path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is for one and all. It is even for the son of the Shaykh. It is even for the son of the Nabi. The waqia and the incident of Sayyidina Fazl radiyallahu ta'ala, and he was on one conveyance with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and then his eyes started going and was captivated by the beauty of some woman. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, by means of his Mubarak hand, turned the cheek, turned the face of Sayyidina Fazl radiyallahu ta'ala an away. The incident of Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb. In that time, what ice cream and that could there have been? A very wealthy person brought this here from Lucknow. He gave it to Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb. He hardly took a spoon or something, and then he passed it on. Not even to me, I was there, our Hazrat Wala is saying, but to his granddaughter. And what did he say? You eat it, I will eat it and only commit sin. So good food is not prohibited. Yes, so long as it is in moderation. If a person doesn't have sabr, he has nothing. Today, over small things, what happens and how things all change and go that way. There was a Buzruk and there was a waqia about him that if he had to become angered legitimately, after that what he would say? He would say, I am taking the thawab. I mean, he swallowed that anger. He would say, I am taking the thawab of this year, exercising patience and swallowing my anger, and I am giving it and sending it for my mother. Allahu Akbar. So here, look at this particular incident. Normally we would do these a'mal and send it for people. Here, he's swallowing his anger and he's saying, I'm sending this for my mother. So this is for all. Allah Ta'ala give us all the tawfiq. Now this sabr and shukr were the salient features of the pious people. Allah Ta'ala bless us with that also. We are not deserving. And we're not even practicing. Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq of making amal and give us the tawfiq of pleasing Him. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم بحرمة سيد النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.